So welcome back to the How to Recover from Rock Bottom video series. This is video 2 within the series. So if you haven't watched video 1, then you'll see a link in the top corner, one of these two corners of this video. Get video 1 done first, but if you're completed with that, this video is where it starts to get a little more positive. So we're going to begin to work on the vision of the future and where it is that we really want to get to. Okay, there's 3 steps to this video, 3 sub-steps. Each of these steps I'm going to share with you now in detail, but as always, things are supported within the spreadsheet. So if you don't have your copy of the spreadsheet, which I referenced in video 1, link is in the description down below. You can go ahead and download yours now. And again, just to reiterate, I'm not selling anything. I'm not charging anything. This is not part of some business that I'm building or some new venture. This is literally just I'm doing the work myself right now to move through rock bottom. If you're in a similar space and you're watching this, then I'm simply sharing everything with you as well in the hope that it also helps you to move through and progress and come out the other side. Okay, so let's dive into video 2. The first step that we need to work on is we need to figure out our vision, our why, our purpose for the future. Why is it that we're here on this planet? Now, there's a number of ways that we can do this, a number of different exercises. I've included the 3 that I've used, not just now, but repeatedly throughout my life, which I think have been the most powerful for this type of work. I've done them in a specific order. Again, I think this order is essential. I think it is the right way to do it. And I'm also going to give you some guidance and advice for each step, just focusing on things that I think can help, let's say, kickstart creativity and get your mind in the right place. So first step, working on the vision, the purpose, and the why. I filmed something 7 years ago. It's called a deathbed meditation. It's on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to pop a link in the top corner again now. So you'll see the little card popping in. Click that, and it's going to take you to this meditation video. It's only about 8 minutes long. But what this does is it takes you on an imagined journey to the end of your life, where you're imagining that you're in your final moments. And it will help you realize as you look back over your life, what was important to you, what wasn't important to you, what do you regret not having a chance to do, what is it that you feel that, you know, if you had another chance that you must complete within your lifetime. And it really just helps eradicate all of the temporary problems that we have in our life right now. And it helps you realize what is truly important. You know, we think that our financial situation might be important. We think that, you know, the car that we say that we want or whatever, like this materialistic stuff that we say is important in our lives, and also these trivial problems that we'll have in our lives that we think are the be all and end all. If you were actually in your dying moments, would any of that matter? So what this meditation does is it helps you get into that space, and then from there, it helps you figure out what is it that you really want, that really is important to you. And it's hard to do that when you're in this rock bottom space of, like, you know, all the problems and everything we're dealing with is just drowning us and keeping us negative. It's very hard. So do this deathbed meditation, only 8 minutes long, as I say, and it's going to help you answer the next 3 questions that I'll share with you now. Okay, so pause this video, do the meditation, and then we'll cover the next stage. So the first question that you're going to answer, and again, I would recommend doing this in a journal, so handwrite it, it's a lot more effective. But the first question is, if my problems didn't exist, what would I do with my life, and who would I want to be? If my problems didn't exist, what would I do with my life, and who would I want to be? And as you start answering this, if you've already done the deathbed meditation, you might start to see why that is such an important step, because chances are it's going to be a lot easier to get into this headspace as you're answering the question than it would be, you know, if we just dive into it without doing that meditation. Okay, so that's the first question. A second question then is, if you had $1 million in the bank right now, what would you do? Where would you go? Who would you be with? And what would you create? So you're kind of taking the previous question to the next level. The previous question is, okay, let's imagine we don't have our problems. What will we do? The next question is, let's imagine we have great abundant wealth and many opportunities and choice in our lives. Now, what would we do? And you might find there's some similarities. You might find that it's exactly the same. Or you might find that actually this new added layer of abundance gives you some more ideas, some more inspiration, some more targets that you might want to aim for. And then the third question is, what type of life would you like to have lived 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years from now? Okay, so if you can answer those three questions after doing the deathbed meditation, that should start to give you some sort of idea of the direction that you want to be going in with your life and what is really important to you. All right, so once you've done that, we're going to go on to the next step, 2B, which is called Ikigai. Now, you may be familiar with Ikigai. You may have heard of it before. If you haven't, I'll explain how it works. One caveat that I will say, though, is that Ikigai is, let's say, it's more of a career-focused way of answering the questions that we just have answered. And so if you either struggle to get complete clarity on the previous step, 2A, or if you feel that you would like more clarity about what is it that you want to be doing with your life from a more of a career type perspective or a business type perspective, or like for work essentially, then Ikigai is going to be perfect. If you feel this isn't important to you, then you could probably go ahead and skip this step 2B and go on to step 2C, but it's very valuable either way. I've done it several times throughout my life at different life stages, so I'm going to share this philosophy with you because it has helped me a lot. So the principle of Ikigai is that there's 4 quadrants which we will fill in, which we will work on. And those quadrants are designed to give you your Ikigai, which is essentially your purpose for being. And I always look at this through the lens of like work and career, like what are you spending your time doing? The 4 questions that you're going to answer, they're in the spreadsheet, so you can follow along there. What you love, what the world needs, what you're good at, and what you can be paid for. And the idea is that if you can find a crossover of all 4 of these things, that is your Ikigai, that is your purpose, that is your reason for being, essentially. And so the way that you fill this in is go through the top one first. So the top one is what you love, and you're going to fill in everything that you can possibly think of. So whether it's, kittens and puppies, or whether it's going for a walk in the sunshine, or whether it's getting lost when you're journaling, or whether it's just painting, playing guitar, I don't know, juggling, whatever. Like you fill it in. It's your process that you're going to go through, but you just get down every single thing that you can possibly think of that you love doing, that you love feeling, that you love being. Just put it all in there. Now, I'd recommend the next one, go to what you are good at, which is number 3 on the quadrant. I tend to find the what the world needs section can be sometimes the trickiest to answer, so I'll leave it till last. But whatever one you fit, the order doesn't really matter, but pick the next one. So fill in all the things that you are good at, all the skills that you currently have. Even as well, you can add skills that you would love to have that you don't currently have, right? Things you've always wanted to learn, wanted to be good at. You can put those in there as well. So again, everything that comes to mind. And then same with what you can be paid for. So previous jobs that you've had in the past, skills that are applicable to the workplace, everything that you can think of. Again, just put it down, just get it in this quadrant. And then the final one for what the world needs, I sometimes find that it can be easier to think of this on a smaller scale. So if you're thinking of it through the context of like what the world needs, it can be quite daunting, quite overwhelming, and you're like, how could I possibly do anything that's going to, help the world? I'm just one person. But if you think of it more through the lens of like what your community needs, or what your social group needs, or what your family needs, or something like that, it can help start, getting things down, start writing things down. Once you've done all 4 of those, the idea is that you're looking for something that appears in all 4 of those quadrants. Okay, doesn't always happen straight away. It might take a number of times to go through this process to really find what is that one thing that just fits the mold perfectly, that you love, you're good at it, the world needs it, and you can be paid for it. Because if you can find that, that will mean that ideally, when you are whatever you're doing to earn an income, it's not going to feel like work. It's just going to feel like, joy, or just doing the thing that you love, and you've got purpose behind it because it's helping and, you get the pictures. So once you've done this exercise, we're going to go on to the final step, and this one is what brings it all together, and this is going to build the foundation for the entire goal setting and strategy process that we'll create in stage 3 from here on out. Okay, so make sure you do this step properly. 2C, this is where we're going to build our ideal day. Now, when you go through the ideal day exercise, again, do it in a journal, write it. It's more impactful, it's more powerful. But you're going to go through and you're going to take everything that you figured out in the vision, the why stage 2A. If you did the Ikigai stage as well, you're going to incorporate that too. And what you're going to do is you will imagine, what does the perfect day look like to you in your imagined future ideal life? And you're going to write this as if it's happening right now. Be descriptive as possible with it. So imagine you're writing it like, I don't know, a book, a story of your life or something like that. Do it properly. So go through it in detail. I've got 3 full A4 pages here. I wasn't actually planning on reading this on a YouTube video as I wrote it, but we're here now and I think I'm going to just read it. So this is okay. This is going to be really embarrassing, but whatever. I'm just going to do it. Lead by example and all that. So this is how an ideal day should sound. I wake up refreshed and reinvigorated after a magnificent, relaxed and deep night's sleep next to my beautiful, amazing wife. She opens her eyes and smiles at me with pure love and affection. I pull her close and kiss her as my heart fills with love and gratitude for the unbelievable bond that we share together. This woman is my partner, my soulmate. I admire and respect her for her warmth and kindness, and I couldn't imagine my life without her by my side, inspiring me to become a better man as she supports my relentless drive to achieve our shared goals. God, this is embarrassing. A warm summer breeze rolls in through the window as I hear the gentle waves of the sea nearby lapping up the beach and the distant calls of gulls floating effortlessly on the sea air. I get out of bed, I stretch, and I check the financial charts. An overnight position has just hit my 10x profit target. This day's already off to an amazing start. I scout the financial markets and identify another 3 solid developing positions. After setting the alerts, Dream Wifey and I go and smash a morning workout together. I love that we both look after ourselves. Every day I'm with her, I find her more and more incredible. Workout done, we go take a shower and then get ready for the day. We head downstairs into our stunning open plan home, and I open up the full glass patio doors to our back garden, which overlooks the white sand beach down below. Again, I'm hit by the magnificent warm summer breeze, and a feeling of gratitude spreads throughout my heart for our home and life that we have together. We sit down on our comfy patio sofas outside and talk about our next charitable investment together. We use profits from my own trading and our trader network to fund the development and renovation of underprivileged villages in high-risk countries around the world. We provide them with clean water, food, sanitation, and the tools and resources needed to be self-sufficient. We also build schools for educating the next generation and clean renewable energy and modern technology to give everyone first world opportunities. Dreamwife heads up the charitable arm of our businesses. She has such a pure heart that giving back and helping others to live better lives comes so naturally to her, etc., etc., etc. Right, you get the picture. So basically I go on for 3 pages of like what this whole day would look like, this imagined ideal day, and you've got to make it as visceral as possible, right? You've got to be as descriptive as possible. One other thing as well that I used to do quite a lot is I would have different ideal days, because obviously not every day is going to be exactly the same. You might have like, you know, an ideal work day, or you might have like the ideal weekend day, or ideal, you know, holiday or whatever. So the more that you do this kind of stuff, what you're doing is essentially clearly visualizing and imagining that future that you want and making it more real. And the more that you do this, the closer the gap is going to feel and the more achievable it's going to feel, because you have more clarity about it. And also the more clarity that you have, the easier it is to start doing the next step, actually, which we're going to do in the next video, but going through the stepping stones between where that is that you want to get to and where you are right now. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it now. That's the next video, and where we start making this more tangible. But the clearer your ideal day is, the better your goal setting and your strategy will be, and the more effective it will be at getting you there. And ultimately, that's the idea. You know, we're in rock bottom at the moment. We want to have this clear plan, this clear target, and we want to start taking direct steps towards making it happen. Okay, so hopefully that was useful for you. As I say, I didn't plan reading this out on this video, but fingers crossed you got something out of it and it gave you a bit of an idea of how an ideal day should look. Anyway, look forward to seeing you in the next video, video 3, which will be developing your strategy, and that will be uploaded within the next 24 hours or so. Thanks for watching. I'll see you there.